In this video, we'll be talking about the Storm Arena Ryu and Ken. We'll be going over accessories, articulation, and size comparisons. I'll also compare them to the JADA Toys versions. Now, we would expect something like this in today's time to cost about 50 bucks. Honestly, that's the quality we have here. These are really, really high quality figures for 30 bucks. I think when they originally were announced, they were 25, and I think they went up to 26. Now they're 29. Not mad at them at 30 bucks. These are nice figures. They look the part. Street Fighter Alpha 3 is what they're based on. JADA Toys is making stuff based on Street Fighter 2, I think. And it's apples to oranges to me. I'm not comparing them like that. These are more import quality. They have the same storm tropes like the soft chest. They have the import style elbows and knees. And I think Ryu, for what it is a really nice figure, especially from what it's portraying, which is Street Fighter Alpha 3. It's great. You wouldn't feel bad if you spent $30 on this, honestly. And here's the box for Ryu. I know the box nerds love these boxes. Now, for accessories, this is all you get with Ryu. You do get a stand, but I think the stands for these figures are disgusting, so I'm not even going to show it. But you do get an interchangeable face with the bandana on the back. You get the Hadouken hands or the chop hands, whichever you want to use them for. And you get a little effect piece. Now, I have seen someone split this for the uppercut, but I guess they cut it because I can't split it. Oh, it does split. Okay. This thing comes apart, and I have seen people use it for the uppercut on the figures, so that's cool. Now, for Ken, he comes with the same amount of stuff, but he does have extra hands, which is kind of crazy. You would think they would have the same amount of hands, but he comes with this face. The smiling face is the one I have on my figure. You get an uppercut effect piece, but I'm pretty sure you can put this anywhere on the figure you want. And you get the Hadouken hands or chop hands, but you also get some emote hands, which is the peace sign and like the come over here thing he does. So that's pretty much all you get with Ken. Now, I said I wasn't going to show the stand, but it popped out the box for Ken. But here's the stand it comes with. It's like this slidey, clicky thing and base. And then these are like, they fold into this piece. I'm not taking it out the bag because I don't want to open it. Honestly, this thing is garbage. And for articulation, it has all the basic stuff. Really good articulation on this figure. I mean, what do you expect? It's Storm Collectibles. They should have been refining this stuff from the time they started to now. So it's not the worst. It's not terrible at all. I really like the drop down on these. I feel like they're the most useful. You can get them in any pose you want. Any Street Fighter type of pose you want to put them in. You want to put them in that spinning kick. I don't know the names of the attacks, but if you want to put them in that, you can do that. You want to put them in his Shoryuken, you could do that. Articulation is really good. I want to take this off, but I don't feel like dealing with it. We all know what this looks like under here. That's the one thing I personally think they did better than JADA was they tapered this inner body to better suit the gi. So the gi is not blocky. The JADA Toys figures are really blocky in this area. Storm just designed around it. So they were able to achieve a better looking figure. And I will also state, I've been saying, that these are based on Alpha 3, and Alpha 3 has more slender designs. We will see once their Alpha 3 stuff comes out, apples to apples, and then we can say who's better. But as of right now, they're on equal footing for me because JADA's Toys started this craze. You wouldn't have SH Figure Arts re-releasing all this Street Fighter stuff, which people were crying about for years before they did it. We wouldn't have any of this Street Fighter figure craze that we have now. So you have to give credit where credit is due, and JADA gets more credit for me than Storm. For the moment you've been waiting for, I won't keep you in suspense any longer. JADA Toys versus Storm Arena. This is the first version of Ryu. There is a new one out with more matte coating on it. I didn't get that one. I still have yet to find one, a newer one. I was told it's not a running change. They just changed factories, so they were able to get better paint. I do like the face on the JADA Toys a lot. It looks properly angry, properly ready to go. Same thing on the Storm Arena one. Storm Arena's face looks pretty good too. Alpha 3, Street Fighter 2. Two different eras of Street Fighter. You cannot compare them as they sit. I would only compare them if this was the same game design as this one. Then you can say like, oh, this one's better, that one's better. I don't think so. Me personally, I don't take it that far. I judge them based on what I have now, and these are two different eras of Street Fighter. Once JADA Toys releases Alpha 3, then we can talk. And then here's Ken versus Ken. Again, two different eras in Street Fighter. I like both of these figures. I'm not going to be the guy who says one is better than the other. These are both great figures. There's a really nice shading on the JADA Toys one. There's really nice shading on the Storm Collectibles one. And it's funny because they kind of split the difference. This one has shading on the gi, and that's about it. There's no shading on the skin. And this one has shading on the skin and not the gi. So it's kind of crazy. All right, and for size comparisons, here they all are together. I don't know why on camera the JADA toys look taller, but they're not. They're pretty much all the same height almost. The Storm stuff looks a little taller. I think it's because it's slender. And the JADA toy stuff looks a little bit stumpier because it's thicker. But they're pretty much all the same height. Here they are next to the 2-pack Wolverine, which is a really big figure. Like, he's big. It's a great figure. Even the single jointed elbows, I have a problem with that, but they're not bad. But compared to Ryu, Wolverine's supposed to be 5'3". I think Ryu's like 5'6" in the game, so he should definitely be shorter. Here's Ken next to a fighting armor stealth onyx suit. I think that's how it's called, but it's the black version of Iron Spider from Sentinel Toys. And you can see Ken is just a little bit shorter than him. Are next to a Sentinel clear version of Miles, because you know Miles goes invisible. And a Mafex Batman, the Crusader. That's the black version, the exclusive. Here they are next to a SH Figuarts Guts, Band of the Hawk, and a Revoltech Batman Beyond. And you can see again, the scale on them is pretty good. I think they should be a little bit shorter. I don't know Ken and Ryu to be that tall, but they're not bad. For my final thoughts on these figures, I think they're great, especially for the price. Again, stop comparing them to JADA toys. Different era in the franchise, different era in design. It's all different. So to me, they're different design. I don't compare them one-to-one because they're not the same. I think if you have the extra money, you want to get both of these, click the link in my description. I have links directly to both of these. They're both in stock right now in Bigbadtoystore. Either one of these. So go grab them. I think you'll really like them. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you like this video, I forgot to say it in the last video. Like, comment, subscribe. And if you like this video, make sure you watch one of these others on the screen.